Kathmandu was really exciting. It was the big reality check after 9 months.
Of the non-vegetarian, so when we feel, then we get less from. So in most.
I had some down pants made as well as a down sleeping bag, an additional one with extra filler in the bottom for additional heat, which was great, and that was done within 24 hours, so that was awesome.
Yeah, there are no roads in this region, so we have to fly everything from Kathmandu to Lukla, which is about a 45-minute flight. And then from that point on, it's either on the backs of porters or the animals which we call zokyoks, or yaks, that bring all the equipment that's needed to climb Mount Everest up to base camp.
Because again, it starts to get cold up there, and you catch the cold, and then you're going to ruin your holiday. So for the last few days, just sort of bear with being a little bit dirty and grungy.
It was a big eye-opener, just realizing that I wasn't the only novice, but along with other novices with really very, very little experience. But I do believe that Peak Freaks has got huge credibility in the industry. They've been around for over 20 years, 100% safety record. They know what they're doing, very experienced team of Sherpas, and I feel very safe. I feel excited about it, and I feel that I'm definitely with the right company. And I'm not nervous about being a novice with other novices. It's part of the challenge, and I'm excited about that.
Those I have here, 3 lines. You have four. Then you have 3. Yes. Wait a second. Either that, I'm gonna have to shave my head.
This group here, I think every one of them have very special attitude. You know, everyone is here because they want to be, and to me that's everything. In guiding and climbing, if you have an attitude, a really good attitude, you know, you have much better chances of going after your goals.
There it is right there, Mark. Look, there's the airstrip. That's hilarious.
It takes about 8 days to walk from Lukla to base camp, and then about 3 days on the way back out. The reason why it takes so long to walk in and less to walk out is we need to acclimatize. You can't just race up the valley to base camp because of the altitude.
Your room will be down the hall through the kitchen to the dining room, and in the back there's a set of stairs up top, that upper level. So yeah, go find your room, get settled in, and we'll be down in the dining room just hanging out and
Awesome.
relax.
And thanks for a great day.
Okay, good job. You did well.
Thanks, Tim.
They just can't do it, kind of make their own way.
How much less it becomes?
I've done this bit last year along with when I was doing the Triple Crown expedition. So I think up to base camp, I know what to expect. It's beyond that that's going to be really challenging. The best part about this group and this whole sort of experience, not just this time but even the last time, is that we are such different people from all over the world. But we all just gel so well because I think we have a common goal, common interests, and it's really interesting to meet such diverse people and live like a family together for the next 3 weeks or whatever.
Where is it? Where is
Is it in the middle? You see like this, shape is like this,
Yeah.
one like this,
Yes.
there's Mount Everest.
And then right to the top there.
Then we call Hotel Shell.
Is it there on the side where the cloud is?
Yeah, cloudy. There's quite a difficult.
Pacing yourself is important, so I'm going to show you what we call the Himalayan rest step, or the Sherpa step. We use this a lot up on Everest. Okay, so it looks like this. Pause. All my weight is on the back leg. All right, pause. 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 Pause.
I started climbing 3 years ago. It started when I did a marathon in Antarctica, and I met some people who had done some big climbs and done some extreme sports, and they got me into it. I did it at a very late age, 69 years of age. He seems to read me well. He's such a good guide. When we did Bolivia, other people were rushing up, and he said, we just take it easy. And we were taking it easy. And we were very successful, and some had difficulty. He's able to read me what I need, the pace we need to go at, and he's an exceptional climber in his own right.
Right now we have a Sherpa doctor, and which is we are very lucky with the hospital, and because the hospital doesn't cost us that much, it costs only 20 rupees, and so it is very lucky, and which is I think this is one of the cheapest hospital in the world.
So C-sections for babies? What's the most common surgery you'd do if you had to do surgery?
Like broken bone, not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
internal fixations, but
So trauma.
close reductions,
Trauma
more
stuff.
trauma,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
trauma.
Yeah, yeah.
Hillary, decided after he'd summited the mountain that he wanted to give back to the community, and being Kunde Kumjum sort of central to the whole valley here, that kids from up the valley and then from down below the valley can actually, attend that school, because there was no school in the whole area.
To be honest with you, that hill is
Yeah, summited 2 years ago, but I used oxygen, and don't ask me why, but it's even on the way down I was thinking I need to try this without oxygen just to see if I've got the mental strength and the physical strength to do it. It's probably the biggest challenge that anybody can face, I think, mentally and physically. So we'll see how we go.
And you take your rupees, your donation, and it's odd numbers, and you just roll it up, and then you'll pass this to Lamagashi. When he blesses you, he'll dump out the donation, and then he'll bless you with the kata.
I'm a prairie boy from sea level in the center of Canada, so this is where we currently are, is the highest I've ever been by a long shot. Not too much climbing experience. I'm under no illusions that with my lack of experience and altitude training I might not make it, but as long as I come home with all 10 fingers and toes and a good story, I'll be happy.
One of the things to challenge yourself to get out of a mundane life. It's pretty tough, but that's what I expected.
Above Dignache, we did a little climatization hike, and she just got exposed to the rest step. You know, if it's done, you know, properly and it's shown to her, she picks it up pretty quickly. And her attitude's great. Like I mentioned before, you know, attitude's everything, and she's got great attitude.
I was just ate the egg and it came right back up.
Probably the egg did it to you.
I found it harsh. I found it really, really harsh. It was cold and waking up with a headache every single morning because of the altitude. Finished my first set of antibiotics, and so yeah, it's been tough.
The helicopter that just flew over is on its way to Loboshe to pick up a body. Apparently somebody died last night in Loboshe. So heads up on the acclimatization is so important. Drink, drink, drink. If you're feeling not so good, let me know.
With great risk comes great reward. It wouldn't be such a great experience if there wasn't the danger of potential fatality.
I'm not afraid of it.
I'm under no illusion. I know what I'm getting into. And for me, safety is of paramount importance. So I've made that very clear to Tim Rippel also and the Sherpa team that at any point of time they feel I'm not up to it, I'm going to turn back.
And I'm watching things like how they're walking, how they're speaking, and this kind of lets me know that either they're not acclimatizing well or they're acclimatizing well. And then of course when it comes time to making the call as to whether they should carry on up the mountain or down, well, then I pull out my little yellow book and I show them a bunch of X's in there that kind of hopefully make them realize that maybe that they're not doing as well as they thought.
It's been a long day.
Cinch up, and they bring the pack in, and it's just beautiful mountain.
When you're in it, and you've just got to grin and bear it. But it's been hard. It's been tough. Far tougher than what I anticipated on many levels.
We got the heaters in the dining tent. We got really good food. Try to make it as comfortable as we can here because we're here for 6 to 7 weeks. So the more comfort that everybody feels here, the better chances they are going to feeling strong for the climb. We've got 17 climbing Sherpas, 2 Camp 2 cooks that will live up at Camp 2 once it's established. And I got 6 guys here working at base camp, cooking and serving and doing laundry for us and helping us with hot water for showers. The significance of the puja is it's a blessing for the mountain, for the Sherpa climbers, for the Western climbers, and of course he blesses our food, he blesses our gear, and wishes us all the best on the mountain. And today being a special day, Lama will actually go through his calendar and he'll look at certain days that are good luck days, and just lucky today would happen to be the day that he considers a good luck day for us.
I'm sure there'll be more though.
Yeah, well, there was a death a couple of days ago from one of the icefall doctors, Mingma, who is one of the top Sherpa climbers fixing the route. I'm not sure the extent of the injury, but I know that he'd fallen into a crevasse and had died, so that was definitely a blow to the icefall doctor community, just because he was a very well-known man.
It's about doing something that you wouldn't ordinarily do. It's about saying, my life is X, but I can step out of a place and I can do it differently. And while I'm doing that, I can make a difference to other people's lives. And it feels more real than any other moment than now, if that makes any sense to you. And that's why I feel so committed to this flag, so committed to the children, the spirit of the children, to go to the top of the world and to make this dream come true.
What scares me the most is leading a normal life, just dying without any stories, any experiences, sitting around at a dinner party and not having anything to say. So the idea of Everest is a great story, is a great experience, and it's a great opportunity to see what the body's capable of. I like putting myself in situations where I'm on the brink. It makes me appreciate the safety and the monotony of a desk job.
I learnt last time I don't think you have to be Superman. You've got to really want to do it, and you really need that mental strength up there. I think it's very important. If your heart's not in it, and you don't really, it's just a bit of a whim, and that's the reason you go, and then you're not going to climb.
Just because we live ordinary lives doesn't mean we can't do extraordinary things. So my dad was the one who always tried to push me and say, do something extra, do something more.
This would mean well to me and the other fathers.
This is for me, and I like to think it's for my grandkids, as I said. They're going to go through life, and they're going to have difficult times. And maybe they can relate to this.
Con los terroristas.
Harlem Shake.
It's a tough one. It's tough, but you only say goodbye to say hello again, and I think it's important to say goodbye because I have to focus on my climb. I've got to say goodbye, to look ahead, to embrace the reason as to why I'm here.
It's the grandeur, it's the magnitude, it's the history, it's the simplicity, it's the freshness of coming here, being prepared, having the ultimate goal of 8,000 meters. There's no other place in the world that has 8,000 meters. And so that's what makes the Himalayas very special.